Great. So coming off the heats here, qualifying to the final. I mean,
Yes.
talk about that really strong race you had.
You know, it was a little windy, so the time wasn't legal. So just focus on keeping my feet down and stuff because it's windy and it's kind of hard to run in the wind.
Yeah. I mean, how do you adjust for that, knowing that there is a lot of wind, but you still have to execute, over the hurdles?
You know, I just keep my arms tight and keep putting my feet down so I don't get too close to the hurdle. That's basically it.
And then how has this season looked for you, right? You've dealt with injuries over the past couple of years, but now you seem to be getting back in the groove of things.
Yeah, I feel like I've kind of put the injuries behind me. I had a big injury in 2022, but we kind of moved through it to the 23 season, and now the 24 season, we've had no issues with it.
And then what's the confidence level like as you've been progressing through the year?
It's good. There's no pain or anything with the injury and stuff, and that's what we were kind of dealing with last year. Thank you. And like a lack of confidence because we didn't really know what the season was going to be like or how I was going to recover from that. So pretty good.
Undefeated.
Yes.
Outdoors right now. How does it feel just to have that confidence? You were rolling right now.
It feels good. Last year was a bit of a struggle, I mentioned before, so it just feels good to be in the position that I am.
And today, would you kind of break down your technique? I mean, you looked very fast, through the hurdles. Start kind of midway through. How did you kind of proceed?
We just talk about executing the start and executing those first 3 steps and keeping my head down. And then as we progress down the race, just keeping my arms tight.
How windy was it? 3.4 is pretty windy.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's had worse.
Yeah, I've had worse. SEC's was like 4 point something.
Okay.
So it's something that I guess I'm kind of used to. It gets windy in Gainesville sometimes, but Coach Holler just reminds me to keep my arms tight and the rest will take care of itself.
Grace, to be able, obviously, winning conference at home was brilliant. It was such a special moment.
Thank you.
That was like probably one of the greatest half hour, 45 minutes of Florida track and field
Thank
ever. But just to be able to survive these 3 rounds, right? Both rounds in Lexington and here, like just how much of a blessing is it just to be able to navigate your way through that and say, I've got as good a chance as, 8 other women in the final.
Yeah, all that really matters is the final, so it just feels great to get there. Anything can happen, so it just feels great to be in the mix.
What will it take, do you think, in that final to get the job done like you want to?
The conditions and everyone's fast, so I can't really say like a time or anything.
Yeah.
Just who ever gets to the finish line first.
Do you feel like you've had the season that you, in your mind, deserve to kind of compete for that title?
Yeah, I think I had the season I hoped to have had a couple of years ago before I broke my leg. I feel like I was on a similar path. I was kind of nervous whether I was going to be able to get back here, but I'm glad to be where I'm at. Thank you.